Bueno, pero vamos a empezar, mi gente. Bienvenido a otro episodio de Revolú Live aquí con ustedes. Joel. Síguenos en YouTube, en todos lados, en Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Yabba dabba do. Aquí con ustedes, Mr. Renny.
Hueva.
Y tenemos otra vez a Peter.
Hello. Go Celtics.
Y aquí con ustedes también.
With a Red Sox hat on.
Go Red Sox. Go Patriots.
Tiki Tommy Mike.
He's not even matching.
Yo. Nos fuimos, mi gente.
Well, you
Okay.
got Boston and Patriots.
It stands for the Confirmity of Christian Doctrine.
Man, I was
CCD.
close.
Ding.
Yeah, you'll become a doctor.
That's the PhD. That's the PhD level.
It was established in Rome in
That's the
1562.
uncredited PhD.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So that wasn't just your church's idea.
So
or-
they've been selling that bullshit since then.
Oh no, it's been way
why-
before.
Right.
And why do you call it bullshit? Why do you call it bullshit, man? So you grew up Catholic.
I
but
did.
What are you now?
I'm complete 100% hardcore atheist.
See?
Hardcore.
I
What is
grew
that
up
like?
Wait a second. You can't be hardcore if you celebrate Christmas.
Yes, I can. Because Christmas is actually a pagan holiday.
That is
the
true.
Christians have stolen and made it their own.
It's a
Okay,
celebration
you
of the
got me there.
winter solstice.
Yes.
I don't know shit, man. I was just saying.
So
You celebrate Halloween too.
I do. I love it.
Because
I
it's
love
another
all the
pagan
Christian
holiday.
holidays. And I listen to you too, who's
Dude, I
very
love 'em.
Christian.
I
I
love
love it.
you too. Oh my god.
But
So what made you
what
grow
you
up
do?
Catholic and end up atheist?
I asked a lot of
What happened?
questions, like I still do today. I ask a lot of questions, and I never got any answers to the questions I gave. They would give me it was all part of God's plan.
Oh,
Which is a generic way of saying, I don't know your fucking answer, and I'm just going to give you some bullshit answer, and that's the way you have to accept it.
You know, I felt that like since I was little. Like
Yeah.
I would have really like honest,
questions,
sincere questions.
Like, I used to ask questions like, where was God during the Holocaust? For all those millions of people that suffered and died.
Well, God has a plan.
Well,
for everybody.
pretty fucked up plan in my eyes. Where's all the hunger and disease in the world that people die of cancer? I don't see that's what George Carlin says. If this is made by a supreme God or supreme being,
And he's all
I'm not impressed.
and he's all good, right? But he's allowing people to die.
And he always
the
needs money.
Holocaust. Well, true.
He's always broke. He never has
He
enough.
mastered
Esa es
everything.
la-
Creator
esa es la ofrenda.
just can't crack down money.
It's a very
ofrenda.
touchy subject because, like I said,
Twice.
it's not allowed to talk about in a lot of places at work. You know, usually family gets-togethers. Religion is never talked about, and
Not
I feel
discussed like this. Yeah.
I feel like it needs to, because sometimes you'll learn more about a person by what they believe, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I have friends at work or people that I've grown up with who know I'm an atheist, and they actually look at life a little differently, like knowing how I look at things. Like, I never really looked at it that way. Yeah, you could be right. That's fine. That's all I care about. I just don't like being forced to believe in something without being, told. Like, I got to look at my money and have in God we trust in my money. Like, I don't want that on my money. I don't want to have my kids say under God in the
You
Pledge
don't
of
be
Allegiance.
forced, and that's what you're saying, right?
Right. It's
Yeah,
been
it's like-
documented, and I don't need that. Like, my kids won't say it, so I don't need it to be. That's what church is for. If you want to put it in schools, put it in a private school paid for by a church. Don't put it in public schools.
It's funny because growing Hispanic, we are fed religion. Since,
Right.
Since we're born. Because I remember, we were going to church every single Sunday without missing it. And if you missed it,
That was it.
bro, you were like grounded for the entire week or a month or whatever.
Why though?
They're just fed
I
like that,
never
huh?
understood the purpose of it though. That's
what,
one of the
religion?
things. Religion and God, like believing in God. I don't understand why people do when I live my life like everybody else, but I don't have anything I'm not worried about when I die that I'm going to go to heaven. I'm going to live my life
Well,
regardless.
not everybody believes in. There's
you know what I'm
different
saying, but
religions out
it's-
there.
it's-
There's people that believe in
Well, I always get this a lot.
trees or different
Reincarnation.
reincarnation and all kinds of things. So,
I always get this when I'm telling them an atheist. First, they're shocked because they've never met one, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're such a nice person." Like all atheists are supposed
that
to be
you think
dicks
like
and assholes.
yeah,
Look at
like
him, look,
devil
that's-
worshiper
that's how they
or
look.
whatever,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
right. That's the first thing assumption.
He
and then
looks
they go,
happy. I mean,
"What if you're wrong?" What? And I always say, I flip it
Pascal's
on
wager.
them. I say, "What if you're wrong and you wasted all your time and money going to church every Sunday, and Sunday on a church and a holiday, when you could be wrong too? There's no proof to it, to any of it. So I don't waste my time with things that have no proof. If that makes sense.
So
Yes.
so you think the Bible is just a book of stories?
It's a book of stories
That
that was
somebody
made to
wrote.
control people.
that well could be, yeah.
I
True,
think
true.
I think it's.
there's-
I don't think it's like that. I think,
I don't think either, but
I don't think the Bible was created to control people.
It was.
Hold on.
well, according to
I was
you,
gonna
that's
make
your
a joke, but I
opinion.
changed my
All right,
mind.
That's your opinion.
Because the Bible are 66 books, right? Independent
Yeah,
books that
yeah.
later on were canonized,
Put
right?
together,
Put
yeah.
together, right? So individually, it wasn't like foreshadowing that this is a compilation that is going to be meant to enslave people. No, it was something that grew, right? That put together. And then some people decided, yo, we can control people with using this.
Right.
Right. But it's not, but it's also things inside a lot of teachings that
Yes.
it liberates, is to liberate people. The way that the mainstream looks at the Bible or looks at the concept of God, I don't jive with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I don't think that there is some kind of higher power, right?
Okay.
However you want to call that, right?
You just call me a jive turkey?
No, I called you a asshole.
No, it was cocksucker motherfucker.
No, I was trying to I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
Man, whatever, man.
You know, but going back to the Bible,
It's a revolution in this
you know,
motherfucker.
there's things, true, always, but there's things in the Bible
Yeah.
that are still real. That are out there,
Like,
like the stuff in Jerusalem, you
Okay.
know, all those ruins and all that other stuff that's talked about in the Bible. Yeah, that could have been created too, or you know,
Yeah.
as part of the story. But you know, if there's a place
Yeah.
where it occurred, you know, how can you just create both and then convince everybody? You know, I don't know.
I'm wondering
If you know the answer to this question, please subscribe. Right above there. Just hit
why
that bell.
why is it that the main characters like all have Irish names, like Peter, Paul, Mary,
I don't know.
Joseph?
they're all from the Middle East,
Where,
though. I
where
thought.
those, yeah,
I thought that's what I thought. I've never met anybody from the Middle East with those names,
no, definitely not. Yeah,
and I don't think the letter J was invented back in the Greek time.
I don't know.
So
Just a
Jesus is
translation.
not Jesus, is more Jesus
Yeah.
in Greek, which is
Yeah.
Yeshua from in Aramaic
It's like
or
an
Hebrew.
H or whatever.
But there's this clip of Eddie Griffin, you know, the comedian.
Yeah.
He's like, some people say that Jesus was the messenger of God. Other people say Muhammad was the messenger of God. I say, who gives a fuck about the messenger? What's
Where's
the
God?
message?
Yeah.
Right.
What's
Good
the
point.
message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Good point.
Yeah.
So like I don't see religion as one religion having
Yeah.
every answer, because the human experience is totally subjective. Like your world inside of you, in your mind, is nothing like mine. Or the only similarities are the matter around us for right now, because even in the quantum field, that's always changing and stuff, right? So who am I to say, oh, well, I know that this is the way?
The quantum field, bro.
I don't know.
I gotta go
this
back
is-
to that shit. That's like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Your world
type of
inside
shit.
of you is completely radically different.
I want
Wow.
someone to explain to me deja vu.
Yeah.
That's when there's a glitch in the matrix and the machines have changed something.
I don't know.
that we've had that conversation before off topic here.
Deja vu. Have you ever had like
all the fucking
all the time.
like
Yeah.
you?
All the time.
Yeah.
I
know.
swear, like this,
Like
I smell it the same way every
65% of the time I have it all the time.
I'm talking about like a vivid dream.
Yes,
and then it happens the next day.
all the time.
Like you wake up.
That's never happened. to
It's
me.
fucking deja vu.
I know that, but
It's not gonna
No.
be the exact same
Bro,
next day.
But that's
well, I've had it.
I've had a
you kept
dream
track
and
of
then
it in your
acted
fucking
out?
journal.
No, it happened.
from your dream.
Yes, it
See,
happened.
I've never had
one
that.
time.
Bro,
Have you had that like that?
Like I fell asleep.
Like you have a
you know.
dream and then it happens the way it
that's
happened in your dream.
not in recent memory,
no,
but I get
Not that fast.
no, like it's just like a deja vu. Like I'm sitting there and I look around like,
I
oh
don't
my
know.
god,
I did that already, or
yeah, I
whatever,
did
yeah.
that.
I've
or I
been here
drank that.
before.
Yes,
I better, and you kind of know what's going to happen, and you kind of want to make sure you go that same path. I don't know if you ever have that deja vu.
No, because
I
the deja,
kinda-
yes,
the
what
deja-
if it's a? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
the deja vu really ends right when you realize it's a deja vu. Like once you be like,
Like
Yo,
it's a
I've done this
repeat. Yeah,
before.
yeah.
But you still have that
That's where
afterglow.
Fucking,
but
yes,
yes,
But it stops right there. You never know what you had already done past that point that you realized it.
and I see. I've had them where I
That's
feel
so-
like it's coming, and if I
Yes.
don't do it,
But but
it's-
it phases out. Yeah.
yeah, that's
So
that
you
is
feel like
weird.
you've done it
Man,
before?
like-
yeah.
yeah,
Like
I've been
the
here
fight against
before.
it, I don't know, man.
But I have to
Fucking
pick up
some
this
shit up
cup.
in the
If I don't pick up this cup like I did in my
Space-time
deja
continuum.
vu, it's not gonna. The whole world's gonna end.
That's what I say. If you don't follow through, you might fuck up some shit in the face.
In the quantum realm.
No, the space time continuum. continuum.
And I will see my
And you,
maker.
and you will only be able to do
So
it.
going back to religion, that's a good one. And you're only gonna what?
You're gonna be able to fix it only by going back in time, and you need 1.121 gigawatts or whatever.
Back to the
You're
future.
gonna have to talk to Jay-Z for
Back to the
that.
future.
Great Scott.
No, but going back to religion.
Never
So,
mind.
what do you believe happens to you when you die?
What happens when you die is however your loved one decides you die. Like if you want to be cremated or if you're going to be put in the ground.
Yeah.
That's in
That's-
terms of
but,
legacy.
yeah,
in terms
that's
of
it.
continuance
What's your
of
belief? Yeah. What?
a continuance
Nothing.
of consciousness.
That's it. You're done.
So you believe that the moment that the body dies, consciousness is gone.
Everything
Gone.
is gone.
So do
Nothing.
you believe that consciousness is derived from biology, or do you think it's the other way around?
Yep.
Biology.
See, I think that consciousness is the only thing that's real, true, perpetual throughout the entire cosmos.
And
it
this is just a vessel.
this
that
is
we're in.
Yeah,
this is a
we're
flowering of that energy. That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's why energy or matter is
Electricity and
is
stuff.
crystallized light. It's just some of it is like this and some of it's like that.
I was just making the sound effects of my brain
In the quantum
waves
realm.
going into this realm.
But I'm
It's-
glad we're talking about this because I
Death,
can
yeah,
have this
going back to-
conversation with you guys. But I've had conversations where people get angry with me, like literally angry at the fact that I made a girl cry in high school because I didn't believe in Jesus Christ, and she literally started crying in class because she says I'm gonna die, and
Because-
she felt bad for me, and I'm like, you don't have to. It's not your obligation to feel sorry for me. It's my decision. It's none of your business. I'm sorry to say it like that, but if you want to cry, go ahead. But it's on you. It's not on me. It's
Exactly.
okay.
That's
No,
your
it's-
belief.
it's
That's what
tough,
you.
but
Yeah.
it's
You remember-
crazy.
You made her cry in the eyes of the Lord.
You're going to hell.
You're going to hell, brother.
So you don't believe in heaven, hell?
No, none of
Nah.
that.
No, no, no.
None of
no.
that.
Wow.
Nothing.
I don't
Do
believe
you believe
I don't
in-
believe
no
heaven or hell.
devil, no God.
I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult to
tough.
say. Just being ingrained, you're like, I don't believe the Bible is just a book of fake stories.
Yeah.
There's certain reality to it. I believe that there's something after death.
Yeah.
Obviously, going back to just covering what you said,
Yeah.
there's energy or something that goes somewhere. I don't know what happens and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's some religions, and I've seen some fucking documentaries on documentaries on
Yeah.
Netflix, like the Mormons.
Oh, yeah. That's a
It's a touchy subject. What they used to do or what they do.
The
you know,
millennials do? What do you mean? Like, say that again?
no.
like they, like they have more than one wife and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean the craziest.
But there's other religions that allow you that too, or is it religions or cultures?
dude,
that
isn't
allow
there
you?
like over 3,000 religions? Like something like that. It's like something
Yeah.
crazy high. Like imagine the division that causes when they're all
Wars,
saying we hold not all of them, but the majority of them are saying no, we know the truth 100%.
Yep.
Well, how do you know 100%? I know by
don't.
faith.
Exactly.
Well, then okay, hold on. Like it's either by faith or it's 100% truth, but you can't just be like I know,
Exactly.
and be like, but it's
And not question anything. Oh, I just know.
no, because
right?
couldn't you using that reasoning? Couldn't you believe anything out of faith? Just anything.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Anything.
You can.
like pick anything and just be like,
Yes.
no, I have faith and I believe.
Yes.
Well, I think that the
I
whole
have faith
the
in
whole
making $1 million.
And
I have faith that I'm a dog or whatever it may
Yeah.
be. Well, how do you know? I don't know for sure, but I have
Right.
faith. Like you can't just use that to justify your reasoning.
Yeah.
But for instance, if someone were to say, you know what, as of right now, this is my best option that I can see. I don't know if I believe it 100% because I don't think there's really a way to know anything 100%.
yeah.
Truth does evolve.
Yeah.
You know what science can only measure what we have
what we have
measurements
right now,
for
exactly.
to use and process through 5 senses.
I
Yeah.
know there's something that you can know 100%.
What is that?
2 + 2 is 4.
Mira,
No,
something que
What?
estamos hablando de la religión y eso. Me hace pensar, el otro día hablamos de los cantantes, ¿verdad? Yo había dicho Ricardo Arjona.
Yeah.
Ese hombre tiene una canción que dice que hay más religiones que niños felices. Y eso es pura verdad.
True.
There's more religions than there are happy kids. That's what this one
Children.
artist said.
Children.
Or children. Yeah. It's true.
Makes
It's-
sense. Like nowadays, it's just like, you know, you gotta. I don't know. Is there a true religion out there? Like you were saying, like you were getting at.
I think that there is.
Y eso es lo que es. You know, it's just believe what you want to believe. It doesn't matter. You know.
Dude, everybody, at the end of the day, you have your own particular
Exactly.
experience.
Whatever
right?
makes you happy.
I can't tell someone, dude, I am so sure of this. Like, do this with me.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, it's your walk. It's like, I don't want to, if I'm in a box, if I have a label of something, I'm already in the wrong box. I don't want to be in a
Yeah,
box.
you want to.
I want to walk my own
You
path.
want the best
right?
of everything, yeah.
So I remember when I was little, I would ask Dad, I would ask Dad, Papi, you know, where does God come from? And he'd be like, you see this quarter? I'm like, yeah. He's like, where does it begin? I'm like, nowhere. And like, where does it end? Nowhere. That's God.
Your dad said that shit.
What? I would have been worse
what-
off.
and
I'd be
I
like,
was like,
huh?
Whoa.
Someone told him that shit. I tell you that right now.
Well, I was like,
wanna
you know
know-
what?
I wanna know
That
that
was
guy.
really profound to me. Like I was like,
Yeah, that's deep ass
and,
shit.
and
Like,
then I
what
was
does it
like, how
mean?
could it? And then I went to Catholic school, and everything was like, you know, God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. Knows everything, is everywhere, is all powerful,
Siempre,
right?
siempre, siempre.
So like that whole thing was a question that was digging me all since I was little. It's just like, you know, where does
does it
God
start?
come?
Where
How
does
does
it-
that make
yeah.
sense? Because we look at this, at least I did, and you guys tell me if you feel the same way. That you live, and let's say that I'm God, right? And here's the creation, right?
Yeah.
You want to arm wrestle?
Here's Michael right here, just chilling, right? And as long as I go, right, God will be like, yes,
Yeah.
right? As long as I
As
pray
long
to
as you
him,
pray,
right?
pray.
And then that God will be looking out for me. And if something were to happen, oh no, let me save him from that, or let me put this on. I
Yeah.
don't see God like that at all, at all. Now I don't. Before I thought it was that way.
Yeah.
Now I see as
You make
even if there is a hypothetical person like that,
Yeah.
it's all one entity called God. It's just taking all these different forms.
Okay.
All the good in the world and all the bad in the world are one.
Yeah.
So like the Mormon faith, speaking of that, they actually have a closer interpretation of this truth, of what I believe this truth to be, because they say that the devil and Jesus are brothers or twins.
Oh.
All right. So when
they
it,
say that?
yeah,
No.
they're not twins. They're brothers. They're brothers. So if you think of that, positive and negative energy always together make more. You know, male and female, light and dark. All these mixtures. That's what everything is. So we've created stories and of how to navigate through all this, and they come from different regions for different reasons.
Yeah.
And we think that, you know, a story that's the story of Jesus is not. It's not unique in Jesus. There's
Yeah.
like
No.
Mithra,
Yeah.
Horus, all these different gods were the same way.
Same story. Same story.
And they all come from the Phoenician
Different-
Babylonians before that.
Different religions and yeah.
So-
That's true. That's true. It's
So how is it that we have these new, relatively new religions dominating the world?
my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't ignore your face. Scientology.
My own
How about
brother
Scientology?
fucks up the whole
That's
fucking
but
meeting we
that's
had.
technically a religion too, right?
Scientology is a religion.
It's tax free.
So yeah,
L. Ron Hubbard, the founder,
it's not tax
He-
free.
he's-
It's tax free now,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
is a religion.
federally,
I mean,
federally.
100%.
Yeah.
Churches
Churches
are-
consider, yeah.
You want to solve the problems
I
in
say
this
we
country?
start the Church of Revolulab
Yes.
online.
Online.
Hey, let's do it. Subscribe, please, and we'll start that thing. But it's interesting, Scientology. That's,
It is. But
You know, so do you believe who created? So do you believe science or in the science answer to how
I feel like
how life was created?
people created God to give comfort to themselves.
there's truth in that.
They want to know that there's something better than what they have now.
It's like that movie.
Because they know if they have a shitty job and their life sucks and they present themselves as a good person, they know their next life is going to be fantastic because that's what they want, but they don't know. That make any sense? Mm-hmm. So they need to have that faith that they have to have something better than what they have. To me, I think that's all bullshit. So I just feel like I don't know. I don't grasp that. I hate to say it, but sometimes I feel like people that believe in God has a small form of mental illness. Personally, that's my personal belief because I feel like they believe in something without knowing it's true. To me, that's crazy talk. I have to know that something is there to believe in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't follow it. Does that make sense? So
Sure.
that's from my eyes. Again, I'm not saying to be offended to anybody, but
No,
I just
no.
You believe in
We're
aliens?
talking, we're talking.
You believe in aliens, right?
I believe that there has to be extraterrestrial. There has to be other forms of life than what we have
But,
in our existence.
How do you know that's true though?
we don't, but that's more of a logical.
But it's also,
think-
it goes with faith to people.
but there's a difference between a talking snake and saying that there's got to be more people than us.
a talking snake,
Yeah,
But they
that talking
believe
snake,
that.
and that's
Yeah.
what made.
reptile.
God
yeah.
spoke to Moses
No,
through a
I
burning
know
bush.
that.
I seen one in
not a
Harry
snake,
Potter.
but Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so like you gotta keep.
And there's people that believe in wizards and witches.
I believe there are too. Yo.
See?
Yeah.
So,
Ghost is a
but you
hard
haven't
one.
seen one though.
Ghost is hard for me because I want to believe in ghosts, but that would kind of feel like
That's also in the Bible.
Well, let me go back to this though, because
Yeah.
so do you? Because this is going to be tied to this.
Yeah.
So you believe that consciousness is a byproduct of biology. So, like, that's kind of like saying that's like kind of like looking for the music band inside a radio.
yeah,
Like, no, the radio is a conduit.
yeah,
Right, and
it's-
and the signal is what's real.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that the spirit is the signal that is animated through this thing. So this is the radio, but consciousness doesn't die. Consciousness is
forever.
That's why, like when you look at the Old Testament, when they would say, "What's the name of God?" or God would say, "I am," or "I am that I am," or that's what Jesus has said.
Right.
That is a Middle Eastern expression. So like we're applying Western understanding to a Middle Eastern faith.
Right.
Yes.
And that I am that I am is basically saying, because I believe the story of the Bible is a story behind a story. It's basically saying that what God is that awareness of you being conscious right now. This is a fragmentation, you're a little fractal, a little segment of God's existence and
Yeah.
experience.
Matrix.
But you're not feeling the 100% of this experience. Otherwise, you die instantly. Like you have 5 senses, and we only see 5 to 10% of the spectrum that we see right now. So we're limited. So it's like God having a vision of himself or herself in every corner, but not necessarily with a list of 10 commandments and all these groups of things that they got to do. And every weekend you had to. No, I think actually, I don't know if you knew this. Okay, well, you know this. What's the part of the vehicle that they put on new cars? Because the speedometer says 160, but it doesn't go past 110 or 120.
The governor.
Their governor,
Yeah.
right? The world religion.
I have one. I have one.
Terrible.
The word religion is a governor for the soul. The word religion comes from the word religare, which is Latin for to hold back, to thwart.
It doesn't go past 100. Fuck.
So it is religion in itself. It
Yeah.
is used to control people. Because I mean, think of this: you have a central banking system, you control people's money.
Correct.
You have world governments, you control their freedoms or their social constructs.
religion controls
and
your beliefs,
Then
right?
someone controls your beliefs. Like they got you checkmated. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
They're making laws based on it too. Look at abortion, what they're choosing to do.
True.
The right, left,
True.
the right
It's
side
bel-
is
yeah.
it's religious
based on a
based.
belief.
It's religious based though, and as an atheist, it pisses me off that anything that's form of religion should not be a part of our laws. Period. It shouldn't be part of our laws. It shouldn't.
I don't think abortion, but
It is though. They say that most of them saying that you should never kill another human being. But who made that law? Who made that law? Us humans made that.
so
law.
you're saying that killing a human being is okay, should be okay, but you know,
Hold on. I wanna,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, like, when it comes to I'm getting this real deep here on abortion here. When it comes to
Is it
abortion,
abortion?
no one can ever give you a definitive answer. When does the child actually begin life?
gotcha.
Yeah. So for the life is
They
like
can't
conception.
even get
Yes.
that correct.
Yes.
Is it when the heartbeat starts or when they start
But
developing?
don't, okay, but let's just toss that outside. Everything else, they got it right.
Yes.
Yeah. And then,
Everything
but-
else, because it's just that one.
But your birthday,
one law.
your birthday is actually on the day you're out of the damn
The womb.
womb.
So you don't live
Not the
until
damn
you're
womb, but you know,
9 months
I'm a little
later,
fucked up.
right?
I'm a little fucked up.
I don't know.
But yeah, the
But
religion.
so in reality, you're 9 months or around 9 months older than you are now.
True.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
I
Technically.
am living in the future.
Exactly.
So you should be. They should add those
Doesn't
9
it-
months.
They don't.
onto your.
Does it bother you that
if the law was
Exactly.
yeah.
They should.
Absolutely.
If
Makes
the
sense,
law
makes
counts,
sense.
then you should
Makes
count
sense,
those 9
makes
months.
I'm just gonna
Makes sense.
throw this
But
out.
we're
here,
not.
okay?
Throw it.
Something that pisses me off, okay? The fact that churches don't pay taxes. And it's trillions of dollars a year that could solve a lot of our problems that we have, and not just our country, and other countries.
But listen,
But you can say-
Before you even get to the churches.
what you fail to
Exactly,
realize
before you even get
what
to
you
the
fail to realize is like it's not like they're swimming in the money.
Yeah.
They're not buying
They don't
themselves
have
fancy
Bentleys.
clothes or cars or
They don't
even
have
jets.
Bentleys, yes.
They're not doing that. Oh, hold on.
Well, they
I
are.
Some of them are.
They are.
No, they are.
Some
Some
of
of
them.
them.
It's not
A
like how much is a lot?
Bro, I've seen quite a few
More than 100?
pastors
Christians.
on TV. Just the
More
ones
than
on TV
100.
that own their own plane.
Yes, but
Christians.
more than 100, more than 10.
More than they
Well,
should be.
let's
You
not
know
say
what's funny?
Christians. It's certain religions or certain.
Those are the ones that are
certain,
fucking controlled by
what
the
do they call
fucking
themselves?
government. I'm
Pastors,
telling you.
ministers, whatever, that do that.
Do you know
for the money?
if you go see Joel Osteen, you still pay taxes on his ticket, but then he claims all that back
Yeah.
because of his religion.
Yep. True.
I mean, thank goodness his church is small.
So it's like he paid the taxes.
Oh, no, he
But
fills what, the Staples
you
Center?
paid the taxes.
But that's any religion out there. You tax free. I agree. But you know,
well, hold on, but you know
We're
what?
talking
Some of the-
trillions
some
of
of the-
dollars here.
some of the-
Trillions of
Yes,
dollars.
but
Well,
a
that's
T, not a B.
That's
a
the same
T.
thing. Hey, that's the same thing though. You can call that on Walmart. You can call it on Target.
Yeah, they
any business, McDonald's.
they
they're
donate money
charging
and
you
they get,
taxes.
Yes, exactly.
They need to be paying their own taxes. You're just buying food.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you have to pay a tax for buying food? Oh, the tax
talking
is
about
because
taxes.
you're paying the tax for the fucking business.
No, hold on.
Taxes,
You
my
don't
bad.
have to pay.
Religion and
you don't have to pay
taxes.
taxes for food.
It's being charged without you even fucking knowing.
Sales tax.
That's
Yes.
No, you don't
I
get
think
sales
that's a
tax
good.
on food.
I think that's a good subject.
Okay, you're
for,
right. You're probably right. I think
we
you're
should
right.
do
I think you're right about the
one
food.
just on fucking
But
taxes.
on anything.
Because there's so much
T-shirt-
shit we could talk about
T-shirts,
taxes.
Anything.
What the fuck is a tax?
Yeah.
Well, you know what religion is? It's a tax on the
Yeah.
spirit.
Tax on the spirit.
I mean,
It probably is to some people.
if
True.
you dude, it's like
Because
it is a
limits
governor.
you.
It's a
It
governor.
limits you to what you
It holds
can
you
get
back.
off.
Or-
You're not supposed to
or-
wear
or-
pants. You can only wear. Back in the day, some religions were like
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
You can't wear pants as a woman. Why?
Religion could be a help
What
for
the
a
hell?
lot of people too, because it'll
True.
focus their freaking whatever thinking.
It could be
Yes, but so
In reality, bro, if you want what you want, you're gonna make it happen. If you actually wanted to make it happen,
Yeah.
whatever you want,
Yeah.
if you really, 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 really want it,
that's true.
you're gonna work for it, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Isn't that what we're doing right here?
Yeah,
Because
that's
we really, really,
Yeah.
really want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we wanted to have the podcast going. We had the podcast.
Is that all, folks?
I want to get into heaven. I'm going to get into the VIP.
Yes.
Boom.
First row
Champagne
tickets.
with your campaign.
how do you feel about some religions that feel like Muslims, for example, feel like everyone that doesn't believe what they believe, they're infidels and they should not be alive.
The Bible says if your eye causes you to sin, gouge it out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Eye for an eye.
There's not, no. This
That's metaphorically.
so it depends. You know, there are some Christians that go there, you know what, I cut my eye out 'cause that's what the Bible says.
Yes.
Literal.
Right? So
Literally, yeah.
That would be considered extreme, right?
Okay.
Beyond the normal mainstream of thought
Yes.
for that particular. So the same way with Islam, same with any other religion.
Any religion,
But
yeah.
that viewpoint, yes, that's the comparison. For the majority of people because then
Sorry.
there's you know, how many denominations there are in Christianity, and then with the
so
Muslims,
many.
I think it's like 4 different
There is-
sects or 5.
I think what you're getting at is there's extremism, if that's a
Extremism.
word.
Extremism.
Extremism in
Yes.
every single religion.
Yes.
Life is extreme.
Yes, life, whatever it might be. So yes, if you look at every single religion, we'll have those thoughts of, you know,
Not all
this
of
is
them.
what they want, blah blah blah. I think all of them do, bro. There's an extremism.
Yeah, there's
There's
more-
gotta be.
I want
Yes.
you need to tell me.
there has been some I think there were some Buddhists that will go and cut people's heads off.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I forgot
And
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Again,
There's fanatics. There's crazy
Dude,
people out there.
What about those like Hawaiians? What are they called?
the Samoa was
No, I think they believe. I don't know.
I don't think
they're-
they
they're-
go around
No,
executing motherfuckers.
well, a lot of people.
Yo creo que
in-
es como los taínos. I think it's like that same.
Really?
Like, yeah, the
Sun and
Polynesian
moon, sun and
cultures.
moon.
Yeah, have like
The-
the Native American or Native Taínos.
True, but I was in Hawaii. There's a lot Catholics, a lot of Catholics over there because of the
Because they were-
movement,
Right.
China, in China.
and they were forced.
And they were
Is it-
forced to believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't it in China where they're like it's like illegal to be a Catholic?
It's illegal to be
No,
Christian.
Christian,
I think so.
Christian. That's what I mean. That's what
Well,
I mean.
I don't know if it is anymore.
They
but-
pass around verses. You told me.
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah, that's
they pass
crazy.
around verses in like little pieces
Like
of
hidden?
paper, like,
Like,
if it's
oh,
drugs.
shoot.
Like if it's
See,
drugs, like hey,
and-
As
But
a-
see,
That's
that's as an
forcing
atheist,
some
it makes
people. You
me
see that?
laugh.
but you got to understand this: if you give somebody
crazy.
hope
Yes.
through something that's made up,
Yeah.
people will take the hope.
True.
People take the hope.
Bro,
now I'm not saying
it's
that
like
once
Star Wars.
Once you get into,
Make believe world.
I think
Are
it's
you a
supposed
rebel?
to. I'm gonna. What I'm gonna say is, with all due respect to anybody watching, right?
Yeah.
Like, because again, I don't know anything.
We're not making fun of
This is
religion.
just-
No, I'm just.
this
we're just
is
having
my
a
We're
best-
just
discussion.
talking about
my
what we
best
believe.
guess, my best guess from this corner, little minute corner of the universe, right?
Yeah.
I see religions as the training wheels for the spirit. It gives you something outside of yourself that you feel you got to kind of like adjust to and live by. It gives you rails.
Yeah.
But then
Like
after
your
a
golden
while,
rails.
I got to the point where I felt constrained in my spirit, not because of personal pleasure-seeking things that I can't do.
Maturity
it
or
was
whatever,
just
yeah.
a yearning for expansion. And
So
once I got out of that, I realized that the religion I had it wrong.
So your train went off the rails,
Yes.
turned into an eagle, which eventually became an airplane
Airplane.
with jets.
Yes.
Jets.
You saw exactly what I was saying.
I
Wow.
saw it happen.
So then I
I was
realized.
there.
Then I realized that religions are kind of like martial arts. Not one religion can say, hey, or one martial art can
It's
say,
like it's
we're
the
the
master,
best
yeah.
master
Yeah.
martial art. No.
Cobra Kai.
Miyagi-Do.
There's different expressions of
Eagle
that
Fang.
art. Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang Karate. They're it's Miyagi-Do is the black part. No. Eagle Fang is the black part of the yin yang.
Yes.
And Miyagi-Do is the white.
But I see what you're saying.
True.
I
There
get
is
it.
no.
Yeah.
There is no.
So I see religions as martial arts. So which one's the best martial art? I don't know. Whatever
All of
jives
them.
with you,
The
the
best
best.
one for you.
However, like the Buddhists say, the finger pointing at the moon is not the moon. So even this may help you to truth. Don't follow this finger. You follow the
whatever.
moon.
Exactly.
Right? So we forget that. Like here we go. I'm like, well, I grew up Catholic and my mom is Catholic and my grandpa and my grandma. And you go back and you feel like if you step out of that,
You get punished.
the ancestors are gonna be like, "Ay, Dios mío!" Ah! It can't. And that's a lot of pressure, man. So like, what you
True.
like for me, that was one of the biggest things. Because I mean, I have a faith
Yeah.
in as far as like what I understand God to be.
Yeah.
For me, right?
Okay.
But
You know
it's
it.
radically different from the previous
What
concept
you were. Yeah.
of take religion aside, just seeing something that's separate from it. I don't think we're separate from God. I think what we call God is just the all, like really just I think,
Energy.
I think it's a conscious energy. It's an energy that's conscious of itself.
Yeah.
Technically has no beginning nor end.
And some people
because
really believe that.
it's shaped. I don't know if you ever wanted to take a look at this, but look up
Infinity.
what a toroidal field is. Torus, Torus, and you will see like it's like a tornado, and then another one upside down.
Infinity
And it's
symbol.
pulling in,
Look at
and
the
it's
infinity symbol.
expressing out and recycling what's pulled out and goes back in and goes back in. So I think that's the same thing with our experiences. We live, that's the expansion,
And we
the
get
explosion,
recycled.
and then we get recycled back in. And from that 0 point, God is creating new stuff.
Interesting.
And it's just forever and ever and ever.
I don't believe in that, but yes, I understand you believe in
That's-
energy and all that stuff.
So and that's I'm talking about in the macro scale. I'm talking the macro scale because you can technically whoever created us is our God, right? Like if
True,
Revolu
true.
Lab right now created this thing to make it to life, we're its God, right?
Right.
But there's layers to this. So could it be that some extraterrestrial race came and made us? Sure. Technically, would they be their gods? Sure. But someone created them.
These are
someone
the
created
snake
them,
people.
And blah, 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 blah. So in the biggest square is just, I think George Carlin says, he says, I call it the big electron.
Yes.
Boom, the explosion.
I think is more akin to that. Truth can't be measured just by our senses. That's the why. So like we're limited to sight, smells, and taste and touch, right? But we can't hear dog whistles. Is it safe to say that maybe we might be missing out
Like a
on
different frequency.
when
Whoa. This
when matter?
motherfucker went to dog whistles. This is serious, people.
But it's a different
Yeah,
frequency.
it's a different frequency.
True.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Man.
So we
frequency.
can't tell that.
Speaking of frequency, you ever seen that movie Frequency?
Good movie.
That's a great movie.
Dennis
So-
Quaid.
so-
Yeah.
I cry and get goosebumps every
So
time.
consciousness,
Check it out.
going
matter,
back to
Good movie.
frequency, consciousness.
matter is
Because that's what it was,
99.9%
The guy
empty
who
space.
The guy who played Jesus was on it too.
yeah. So, and I think with that one,
What a connection!
we're going to talk about frequencies as ghosts and some other stuff.
Yes,
so,
we gotta do another one.
But
about that.
religion, you know, going back to religion, there's a lot of religions out there, and we don't have anything against any of the religions. We love everybody. I'm
if you
a
haven't seen
believer. I'm a
Frequency,
believer.
check it
I don't
out,
know what
man.
I believe in. Energy. I don't know what it is, but there's something out there that's maybe
Okay,
controlling
before
us.
we
So
sign
with that
off,
one, we're gonna
Just
sign
keep
off.
it out of my schools, please.
Sign us off.
Before we sign off,
Well,
Keep it out of my schools, please.
Listen,
Hold on, hold on.
listen.
That's it.
Keep or stop forcing people to believe in something. they don't
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
I agree.
Brainwashing.
Yes, don't do that. It just doesn't make sense.
Just as an example, real quick. In school, it's like they motivate you to either do some kind of entertainment, bro.
Arts.
It's either
Sports.
arts, sports,
They call it
or
arts.
Music.
music.
Yeah,
which is arts. And,
yeah,
yeah.
that's school. As soon as I got out of high school, I was like, "What the fuck? What did I do in school?"
You were banned.
but those were the best parts of school. The music,
it was fun.
Yeah.
the
It was
art.
fun, bro. I didn't even need to do. I only needed 2 classes at my senior year to graduate.
Yeah, me
And
too.
it was- and the rest were electives.
Yeah.
I had driver's ed,
Yeah.
band, sports and
Yeah.
activities where I played fucking softball or either did weightlifting. I had sports and weightlifting. So I would leave the sports class, stay in the same clothes, and then go do lift weights in high school.
That
Gotta
was
stay
the best,
fly.
the best year.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
my junior and senior year, bro.
Chilling.
I was chilling with the cheerleaders. I was a cheerleader for high school basketball. Mike,
with him,
was too.
Damn.
That was
I
fun.
almost broke my
Holy
back
shit.
catching a.
Oh, I was gonna say you look good in a dress.
He does.
He was a male
I
cheerleader
was
wearing
the
pants.
fucking
He's
panther.
being mad at.
I was the
He was the
panther.
catcher.
I was the panther. I wore the.
Oh,
panther
you wore the panther thing?
for Gateway High
Oh,
School.
No
nice.
shit.
Yeah, bro. I walked around the fucking bleachers and I was like,
There's a panther
fuck
here with
you.
us.
What year? What
And I-
year were you there?
I
I
think we all went
graduated in
to
2000. I graduated in 2000, right? Or 2001?
2001.
Were you there?
You were
99.
99.
Were you there in the basketball games? Because I was on Cypress Creek
For
when I
two-
came and I
for
whipped
two-
your
for
guys'
girls.
ass.
Oh, shit.
Was it girls or guys?
Damn.
I don't even remember.
Dude, we've been talking about religion. We forgot the most
Talked
important
about
religion,
taxes.
NFL.
Oh,
that's
to some people,
What?
definitely the NFL
What?
is a
Football.
religion.
That's the religion, bro.
Football or MLB too.
Saint Brady.
And I
coming
think
up.
with that one, we're going to go. So, hey, we're going to keep talking about other
right.
stuff. But aquí está Renny, Mike,
Never mind.
Tiki Tone, Pedro.
Pray for me, please,
Y en la
everyone.
parte
Pray
de
for me.
atrás, Joe L. He doesn't believe in God, so there's no praying.
No,
Subscribe,
that's the
please.
point.